Hi class, I am just going to talk through some of the changes we made. We're sending out a very detailed update that is written out, but I wanted to follow that up with a quick video that shows you around the canvas and to show you exactly where things will be needed to be submitted, so there's no confusion regarding that. I am going to go through an email that we will be sending out and kind of go point by point for you so that I make sure that I'm completing or discussing everything. So I want to start by just saying that we're not going to be having any sort of synchronized course classes. We were fearful that that might lead to a lot of technical difficulties, and it felt unnecessary in this already challenging time. So I'm going to talk about one of the things that already is going to be eliminated. So the Minerva project, unfortunately, is not going to happen any longer because we don't want to make it too stressful on you all regarding trying to create group work and do research without access to a library. So that assignment is eliminated. Instead, we're going to implement some weekly assignments that we hope will be fairly simple for you and interesting. Those are all listed here. So we are right now in the assignment section, and these are all brand new. So these reading reflections are all on different readings that most of which we've already discussed at some length in class. So this one's from Dr. Perrell's discussion where she gave us 2 readings that unfortunately we didn't have ready. So those are linked here. We want you to write a 1 to 2 page reflection on these 2 articles. You can also include any discussion of the actual in-class chat we had in your reflection. That's followed by Dr. Bottenberg's readings. She was supposed to come to our class shortly. Unfortunately, that can't happen. So she's given us a reading that we've sent along with you, and so you can read it over. She has encouraged you to read it twice before you begin writing. So please try and do that. All of the readings are linked here. And then all of these in addition are 1 to 2 pages in length. The following 2 are readings that Dr. Check has urged us to read. We actually had a really lovely discussion about the social life of genes already, so I'm excited to read about your reflections there, as well as this is the reading that Dr. Check read an excerpt to the class about language and a native language. So you're going to write another reflection 1 to 2 pages there. And then finally, this is Lois Holtzman's book, The Overweight Brain. I'm having you read the introduction and reflect in 1 to 2 pages on that. All of these, I will be kind of checking on these regularly, so we hope that you can kind of get through one of these once a week. But we did make them all assigned April 23rd because we understand that there's a lot of changes happening and we don't want to stress you out with any particular due dates. But I do encourage you to start working on them now and go through them one by one as opposed to waiting till the end. But if for some reason that is necessary, there's no penalty for doing that. Another thing that you might be wondering about, we had these reflections that we were trying to do. There was 2 additional ones that were going to be assigned. We've eliminated those. Something else I wanted to discuss, the field trips. So as you remember, you need to turn in 2 field trip reflections. And this I want to show you on here. We've decided to give you some options. If you have not done it, one or both of the field trips yet, we've given you quite a few of options, so I'm going to let you read through these, but they include going to a virtual museum, and we've given you wonderful links to many museums that have virtual tours. You're also able to have a nice little walk outside and reflect on that experience. You can talk about your reflection on the Minerva, which especially if you were already starting to do research there, you're more than welcome to kind of do a little bit of a reflection on that. Also, we will allow you to do some of these if you've had issues with absences early in the semester. If you do additional reflections that are related to either virtual museums or this reflection outside or work on the Minerva, you can count some of those absences gone. Also, the last thing I really wanted to touch on is related to the proposal. So the proposal is still going to be due, but we have made some changes. As you remember, initially you were going to have a first draft due, on April 11th, but we are going to allow you to turn that in if you would like. So you are more than welcome to turn in a first draft on April 11th. And if you do, I will take the time to read them and give you notes and edits on them. But if you cannot do that, that's perfectly fine. This will not contribute to your final grade. So if you cannot, you're more than welcome to just turn in a final draft. That will be due on April 30th. I will then just grade those and make those part of your grade. So it's totally up to you. If you'd like to turn in a first draft and get comments from me and then turn in a second, you're more than welcome to do that, but that's not a requirement. And regardless of how you do on that first draft, it will not contribute to your final grade, okay? Let me just make sure. I think that's most everything that we're discussing in this email announcement, I should say, that we are going to send out. And if you do have any additional questions about the class or how we're going to grade or the expectations of you, please feel free to email myself, Dr. Check or Dr. Ali, and we'd be happy to communicate with you. Also, if you'd like to have a phone conversation with us, please let us know and we can schedule one. I hope everyone's doing okay, and again, let me know if you have any questions. All right, I will, and also thank you so much for a lovely semester, and I look forward to communicating with you virtually in the next several weeks. All right, I will talk to you soon. Bye.